Hello and welcome back to a new video. I received a lot of questions after last episode, so I'm gonna answer one simple question. How much money am I gonna spend on the Ironman? Now, to be clear, I'm an amateur. I'm not gonna give you any pro tips, I'm just gonna give you my point of view. So if you're a professional triathlete, this might not be for you. So Parker, I don't know how you found my video Stats and Zones for Beginners, especially because you already did an Ironman in 8 hours and 30 minutes, but anyway, thanks for watching and maybe you'll learn something. I have kept track of my expenses in this book, so I'm gonna share them with you, but if you're like me, if you're an amateur, I'm not really bothered about the technical details. I'm just gonna give you the budget and a little bit of explanation how I bought some stuff and where to find some good deals. We are starting off with the inevitable, the entry fee. So I paid 700 euros for an entry fee, and because I don't have a triathlon license, I had to pay 30 euros on top of that. And then we're on to my favorite discipline, running. Of course, I already had some stuff, but I'm gonna just integrate them into the budget to give you a total overview. So running is a big part of Ironman training. In total, I will run around 2000 kilometers just until the finish line. So one single pair of shoes isn't gonna cut it. I bought two. Here they are. Now, I don't know if they have got specific names, but I just bought them because they looked cool and they're of good quality. Because that's one thing I would recommend. Don't cheap out on the shoes, you're gonna need your feet. So be sure to treat them well. In total, those cost me about 350 to 400 euros. You need so much t-shirts and shorts, underwear, socks, that adds up pretty fast. I tried to use all of my ugly marathon t-shirts. In total, I would say the running section is gonna cost me this much. I still have to do the calculating, so I'm just holding my hand up and the amount will appear here. Now onto the cycling. And this is where most people go all out. Buying a bike that costs up around to 10,000 euros or maybe even more. I'm gonna have to check for the name. I bought a second-hand Specialized S-Works Shift time trial bike, and this cost me 2,000 euros. I found this bike by searching endless amounts of Facebook Marketplace posts and Facebook groups until I found someone who sold it. This isn't just a normal bike. This bike actually won an Ironman before, so if that isn't gonna bring me good luck, then I don't know what is. Now, these are the stats of the bike. Let me know if I did a good deal. Of course, you also have to buy some additional gear like cleats, shoes, biking gear and stuff to maintain your bike. So in total, this all adds up to... On to the last discipline, the swimming discipline, arguably the cheapest discipline. You only need like 2 pairs of swimming trunks or bathing suits, a few swimming caps, goggles and some additional gear if you want to practice. You also need a wetsuit, but you can easily find those second-hand for like 50 to 100 euros. I'm also gonna quickly discuss the nutrition side of things because that also can kind of cut into your budget. Gels, bars, protein powder, all these other things that help you mostly recover actually, so it isn't a thing you can forget to do. In total, this will add up to just until the Ironman. I try to be pretty picky with what I buy. I never buy anything at full price. I always try to look for deals and stuff like that. And then lastly, other things for recovery. I bought a massage gun. If you go to the pool, you obviously have to pay as well. I'm going to the gym, so I have to buy a membership. So in total, I will be spending on the Ironman. There is one thing I haven't discussed. How am I tracking all my disciplines? And to explain you that, I'll have to take you back earlier this week and show you. I always use my Apple Watch to track my sessions. I didn't think I would need like a fancy Garmin or something like that, which often is pretty expensive. But now I'm finding like my Apple Watch does lack a bit of consistency in heart rate, in distances. So I found a solution. I asked around with some friends and I found someone who would lend me their old Garmin. Luckily for me, he lives just across on the other side of Brussels. So it is Thursday today. We are doing our 19-kilometer run. We're starting off with this Apple Watch and I hope we'll be returning with an old Garmin. So I've got the watch, so now I'm running with 2 watches, but when I get home I will try to play with the settings a bit and make sure it's adapted to my personal preferences. I'm gonna quickly interrupt before you watch on, because I actually forgot to say something. How am I training? How am I following a schedule? Do I have a coach? Do I have multiple coaches? I actually met some guys through my videos, and now we are working together on creating an app to help people like me, amateurs, train for their first triathlon. And I'm one of the early users, like I'm beta testing, and we're working on this app together to make it the best version possible. One of the developers is actually doing the Ironman of Austria 2 weeks after me. It is called Stamina. You can check it out if you want to. I'll put the link to their website below. I'm not sponsored at all. I don't know the release date, but we are working hard on it behind the scenes. You can subscribe to their email and they will keep you up to date with new updates, upcoming features, and maybe a release date soon. Who knows? We are exactly 40 minutes in. I'm stopping for my first gel. I never understood how you could open these perfectly. I'm enjoying the last bit of sunshine. It is absolutely beautiful weather to run. I ran about, I would say, 100 or 120 meters downwards that I'm gonna have to run back upwards later on. But that's good. We are training the leg muscles. Still 12 kilometers to go, but we are taking it easy. Hello and welcome back to a new week of Ironman training. It is Tuesday evening tonight. We are going for a special run because I got the results of my exams. I passed all my exams, and that's why we are going on a celebratory 10-kilometer easy run. This will also be the first run I will be doing with the Garmin, so I'm pretty excited to test this out. Finished up the session, pretty pleased. I'm now getting a notification 61 VO2 max, which I don't know yet what that means. Yeah, I did 10 kilometers at a pace of 5:24. I should have gone a bit slower, but I felt like running a bit faster. Right now I am on my way to the gym to go for a 1.5 hour bike ride. We're doing intervals today.
I don't mean to be rude, I'm just a little different from all these dudes. Okay, they riding waves, me, I'm up on a cruise, you feel like me, then you got nothing to prove. I see him trying to do what I do, even McJagger couldn't.
I've had about 4 hours of sleep, but that's not gonna stop me running 21 kilometers. Casually finishing up a half marathon before 8 o'clock on a random Thursday morning in February. I can check that off the bucket list. I ran at a pace of 5:15 per kilometer, which is pretty fast, but I didn't really pay attention to my pace because I did a lot of uphill, downhill running. I just focused on keeping my heart rate bang in the middle of that zone 2, which is about 156, 160. Yeah, managed to do that, so very pleased with this session. It is still Thursday, my legs are feeling heavy from the run this morning. We've just finished work and we're going for a 2K swim. Today we are doing intervals again or something like that, but I feel like my body isn't gonna hold on, so I'm just gonna aim for the 2K distance. I accidentally discarded like 700 meters. I'm still getting used to using the Garmin and the interval settings or the interval function. I haven't really got figured out yet, so I started with a warm-up of 500 meters. I saved that one. Then the next session of 700 meters I accidentally discarded, and now I've ended with like 8:50, and my overall pace was 2 minutes and 9 seconds per 100 meter. It is a Saturday morning and I'm gonna go for a swim. Later on I'm gonna go for a run, and tomorrow obviously we've got the game, and I think something else is on the schedule. I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow we're gonna look at a house we maybe want to buy, so next video I'll start off with that. Thanks for watching. Bye.